In today's video, the latest Android video game, which is Huawei P60 Pro, versus old but still fantastic Samsung Galaxy S21. Camera comparison. This is wide angle lens, 0.5 on Galaxy, and who knows what on Huawei. There's no indication. Let me spin that camera, holding the camera with the rack, a special rack, full length of my arm. Which one looks better? Is the Huawei twice better, or maybe 3 times better? That is the question. I also have the Huawei watch, which is pissing me off. It's I don't know. I'm not used to the watches. Anyway, let's spin that camera. Video stabilization. I'm commenting what I see on the smartphone screen. Of course, Samsung will be greatly oversaturated on the Samsung screen. What will come out on YouTube, that is unknown. At least for me, we're commenting live, of course. Alright, that's the video stability. Let me run a little bit. Or maybe walk faster. Shake deliberately. Deliberately, my English. I'm shaking the camera. Shaking. Wow, I already see the huge difference. That's a humongous difference. Okay. Calm down. Let's move on. Alright. Check out that building. Whew. Okay, it is windy, so probably a little bit of the wind noise is possible. I noticed that the Samsung has better microphones, more crispy, just better. Huawei's mics are a bit wobbly, like a wobbly sound. Ooh. And definitely a brighter screen on the Huawei, way brighter. More lumens. All right. Telephoto. But before we do telephoto, let's stick with 1X. And it's quite hard to do it on the Huawei. Okay, that's the 1X. Or is it? Yeah, that's the 1X in both. So. Both really good. There you go. Alright. What would be the good place for the telephoto experience? Maybe here, that building. Alright. Like, let's start with 10X. Of course, Huawei has periscope lens, and Samsung doesn't have that. That's not the ultra version. Ultra version has the periscope. So you can see the difference is significant. At least I think so. Okay, maximum is 12 for the Samsung and 15 for Huawei. Those numbers are meaningless. The lens is completely different. Okay, let me turn down a little bit, down, and see those people. I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay, that's enough. Going back. Those smartphones are great for spying too. For spies. Front-facing camera. Front-facing camera, both in 4K 30. You can go all the way to 4K 60, but for the purpose of this video, let's stay with 30. Full length of my arm. Little sky. Where's the sun? Samsung winning! I told you Samsung is the best smartphone in a front-facing camera. Look, why it's winning? Look at the overexposing action. At least at the beginning was winning. Oh, definitely, look. But this is all software, not the hardware. Software touches. If you touch the software, greatly, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Good software will give you a great experience. Okay, but in Huawei, this is not the end. You can do like wider angle, which is way better, and that's not the end. And if in the wider, look how wide that is. Wow, that is way better for vlogging. Way better. But there's no autofocus in Huawei, unfortunately. And autofocus is something which you really like to have. Look, that's the difference. Do you see the numbers on the watch? You don't. Now you do. If the Huawei has autofocus and that wide angle, damn, this will be the best smartphone for vlogging ever. But it doesn't have that, so let's continue. Anyway, it wasn't nice. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, let's continue to pictures, and pictures it is. Right. Pictures. At the very beginning, I have to apologize. I've lost significant amount of pictures from Samsung. We have like 10, maybe 12 left. I have beautiful pictures, but I've deleted them accidentally. I have many more pictures from the other brands like Asus, Xiaomi's, Oppo's. So we'll make a comparison video in the next video. Let's continue anyway. Okay, Huawei on the left. Let's zoom in. Definitely an oversaturated image on the Samsung, but when I get closer, I mean, it looks better, at least for me. More pixels on the Samsung. I don't remember, did I shoot in 48 megapixels? Let me check that. Let me pause the video. I did. So 48 to 64, because Samsung has 64. Well, definitely oversaturated image on the Samsung. But a bit more contrast on Huawei. Look at the grass. Okay, let's move on to the portrait mode. And for some reason, Huawei didn't blur the background. I don't know why. It was a portrait mode. Maybe I didn't press something. But definitely a Huawei image looks better. At least for me. Well, it all depends on the point of view. Okay, a similar photo. We need to find a similar photo. That is the key. Do we have that? We don't. But we do have this. And now it's other way around to the red color. Look at the red on Huawei. It's too reddish. Huawei, for some reason, is oversaturating in red. I have a beautiful photo with a paprika, which is very red, but unfortunately was deleted. Anyway. Still, like, more pixels on the Samsung. And it's visible.
They both came out great. Check out the building. And yeah, check out the cloud on the right. Definitely Samsung didn't make it in this picture. Anyway, let's continue to this one. Check out the contrast on Huawei and how sharp that line is. I don't know if you're able to see it. Wow. And how sharp the building, this part is. See, windows. Okay, maybe even too sharp. I think it's a little bit too sharp. What about the edges of the building? I still prefer the Samsung, which is bizarre. And how old this smartphone is and how good it performs. Check out the license plate. 64 megapixels in Samsung's give you that crisp. But other than that, colors. Oh, okay, still better on Samsung. I don't know what is happening here. Grass. Do we have a grass photo? Check. Okay. Now the Huawei looks better. At least for me. Sharper image. That grass on Samsung is blurred. It's blurry. But when you zoom in, it's still Samsung. The fuck? Oh, I know what is happening. Look at the resolution. Definitely Samsung. 9,000 to 4,000. Yeah, come on. Definitely more. Way more pixels. Exposure time. No flash. There you go. But from the distance, Huawei looks better, especially contrast in the road. Check out that pole, the blue pole. Sharper image on the Huawei. Car is not blurred like in Samsung. It's not blurry. Okay, this is a cool photo. Definitely a Huawei. That sharpness and the contrast. I love it. And more natural colors, because that grass wasn't that green like in the Samsung. Okay. Okay, very similar. And the sign. A sharper image on Huawei. Can we read those small letters? We can in Samsung. We cannot in Huawei. Well, do we have that big building on Huawei? That is the question. Let me find it. No, we didn't. So let's skip to the Stadion, which is also in both looks great, amazingly great. Look at the contrast on Huawei. The shadows. Definitely a better picture from Huawei. No, we don't have this. We have that. And again, Huawei. Sharper image. Way more details. I mean, it is sharper. Don't know about the details, but it is sharper. Think more resolution on Samsung, but a sharper image. But those are very close. Really, really close. And this will be a deal breaker. Look at it. When we zoom in and zoom in, Samsung again. When you zoom in, but when you zoom out, those leaves are more in focus. The whole picture is in focus. With Samsung, just the center is in focus and everything else is like a bit blurry. And I think this will be the last one. Again, same. Literally everything is in focus with Huawei. Alright, so I think that's all I have. Just a quick comparison. Maybe it wasn't that quick, so I'm like 8 minutes on. Samsung versus Huawei, Huawei is like 3 times more expensive. Which one do you like? Let me know in the comment below. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye.